Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Big House. This massive crowd assembled here today to cheer on the Wolverines, already chanting, "Go Blue." Both teams have circled this game on their schedule. Two of college football's elite colliding here in a matchup of top 5 teams early in the season. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 3rd-ranked team, the Michigan Wolverines. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Wolverines will kick this away to start us off. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Handoff here from the shotgun. Moves the ball up to the 30.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. The shotgun running play call. He picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, a good run here and a great reminder of what the Sooners are all about. I know they've had quarterbacks that have gone on to win the Heisman in recent years, and Sam Bradford and Jason White and Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, all great players. But, man, when I think Oklahoma, I still think of them running the football with Barry Switzer. Option play, pitching it to the backs. Billy Sims, who won the Heisman. DeMarco Murray and, of course, Adrian Peterson, Marcus Dupree. So great history, not just the quarterbacks, but running the football in Norman, Oklahoma.
They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
And the Sooners with 1st and 10 here. Ball handed off. Powering through. Sophomore brought down after a nice run.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A pop pass on the jet sweep.
Oh my God! I made him cut it back, and this fool.
The 25. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Perfect defense.
Well, that start could not have gone any better, Kirk.
Well, Chris, as you know, it's always huge for an offense that's confidence to score on the opening drive. Most times, coordinators are just kind of feeling the defense out, giving them a lot of different formations, kind of see how they react. To get points on the board, man, that's a huge plus.
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchdown. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And there's the handoff. Nothing doing in that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
At home.
The quarterback now all alone in the backfield. Second down, we're going to throw it. He's got it for a big gain. Tackle made it at 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Well, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne, going back to Elvis Grbac, and all the great receivers. So this is within their history, and it's good that they're leaning on it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll ride the back again here. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Try and muscle for the first down.
Oh, I should have threw it.
Behind the line for a loss of 1.
I don't know if there's much more he could have done on that play. Sometimes it's not necessarily a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. It's the defense just does a nice job at the line of scrimmage, and they make a play.
They'll kick it away here. Oh, it landed at the 7 and bounced into the end zone for a touchback. Sooners offense is back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. And they'll use the ground game here. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back, it's Carr. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
I wonder it was
These are the
open.
kind of
There.
plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Just outstanding combination of quickness and strength here by this Michigan defensive lineman. Makes me think of Aiden Hutchinson, who of course played here recently. Going back to guys like Rashawn Gary, Lamar Woodley, Frank Clark. Great tradition of Michigan defensive linemen on full display right now.
Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that third down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a first down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got fourth down.
It looks like no return here as that punt heads out of bounds. offense comes back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. On the run, he'll let it go. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And it's a huge chunk play. The tackle is finally made, but the ball moved to the 47-yard line.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Wolverines will line up on 1st and 10. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to throw it on first down. And he's going to fire this one deep down the middle. But this one is
too late.
Incomplete.
Chris, you see what happens when you try to squeeze it into double coverage. An incompletion is probably the best result you could hope for. Because an interception is the most likely outcome when you're throwing the ball into the crowd.
You don't ever have that style. Should do it short.
Offense facing a 2nd and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Powers through. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Can he make it to the marker? And that game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
The Wolverines pick up enough yardage to get a first down. And now the running back's got it again. In the clear at the 25.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka, and Tyrone Wheatley, and Leroy Hort. Man, so many good backs that come through Ann Arbor.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Will he score here?
Let's go.
He gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield. That's why he got that ball to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. Sooners offense is back on the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to 29.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Getting set. Here's second down. Dropping back. It's Carr.
Good coverage.
Incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
No penalty. He's 2 yards off the ball.
Here comes the bunch formation. On third down, he drops to throw.
Let's go. Way to get there, baby.
As he releases the ball, it's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
We'll see what he can do with the return. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man.
Should I do this?
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Makes the catch inside the 10-yard line.
Called him.
And they stopped him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Well, that is a great throw and a catch. But now we'll see if they can
Almost got
finish
hit.
off this drive by scoring a touchdown.
Way to stay in there, baby.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and suddenly we're looking at a 1st and goal situation. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. When they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal for the offense. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And the Wolverines come up to the line in the hurry-up. 3rd and goal, will try to run it in. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
But when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to 3rd and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
The extra point makes the lead 14-7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Return begins inside the 10. Oh, and he's got some space here. And the return man brought down. It's decent yardage on that return. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? Delay of game penalty will cost the offense 5. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking to pass. It's Carr. Short throw. Running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
And that is always the toughest thing
Hit
for
him.
defense. When you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
Oh. That overran
He's
him.
brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Using
Got
his
him.
legs, it's Brady.
No, sir.
He did not get it.
Let's go.
A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And he's going to fling
He
it
bit.
deep, going for it all here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver
Oh,
a
they
chance
bit
to
on that,
come down on the
man.
catch and bounce, because in today's
He
game,
is
man, these
burnt.
receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Keeping it on the ground here. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
Chris,
He made
excellent
this
job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
They come to the line, a
You gonna
long
get
way
us
to
to
go
it
for the
again?
first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down.
Oh, come on.
But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up 4th down. The Wolverines bring
That's
their
my
punt
fault.
team onto
Should
the
have
field.
took that off.
And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And the punt will bounce out of bounds
Dang it, that's
inside the 10. You can't
jacked
do it
off
any
there.
better than that.
That's better.
And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. Can they put together something here? Defense is coming after
No,
him.
sir. No, sir.
They trap him inside the 5.
Well, how about the push up front by the big fellas here? And when you can get pressure like this, that's what separates good defenses from great defenses. When you think back to the Michigan teams, when they've been exceptional, they've had defensive line play just like that.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and very long. It's a quick grab.
You done
He's free around the
changed?
15. And a huge gain before
So
he's forced
lucky.
out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is and scouting
Ooh,
report
hit
on
him.
on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Let me suck him up, gang.
But get nothing.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Second down after that previous play. Looking to throw. It's Carr. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Using his legs here. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before break.
He can fumble eventually. That's just it. Good for it.
The Sooners looking to keep this drive moving. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Tries the right with a quick throw.
Ooh,
it's a highlight reel dive.
Sure enough. Whoa. How did we not get there with the blitz?
The Sooners come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Catch is made, room to run here. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Just ran away from the defense. Now they line up to kick the extra point. And it's good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? They'll run it from the gun.
And the run get off that block and he's gone.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They look to throw it here on second down. Oh, and a quick throw falls incomplete. Off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 2. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. That's a big hit at the end, but they earned a fresh set of downs. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
First down, looking to throw the football. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back to screen pass complete to the running back. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in a first down. And I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do...
Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
One more time.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He's got it near the end zone. Receiver steps out just short of the goal line.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
You just fall backwards. It's a touchdown.
First and goal.
One more time.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Touchdown, Michigan. Still no answer for this offense.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. To throw, it's Carr. He's moving out of the pocket now. Scrambling around now.
Let's go.
Downfield. Oh, the pass is picked off.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6
Yeah,
defensive
one
backs,
time,
which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
So not much time left before halftime as they begin this possession here. Can they make something happen? First down, looking to throw the ball. Incomplete, just 3 seconds left. Time for one more play.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And that will extend their lead even further. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick this to begin the second half.
Upstairs.
That one sails out of the back of the end zone at the touchback.
You stinky butt. You came all the way up here to Tattletale. Just got home. For what?
First play of the second half is a handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice job here controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
She was like, no, and I was like, yes, no, yes. And then she said,
second down after that run on the previous play.
Oh.
Yes.
There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Looks over the middle and that's complete. Tackle made after the completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So ball to the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Out of the gun now on third down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Trying to create.
Oh, I should have lobbed that.
It's intercepted, threw it across his body.
Oh, it's my fault. Oh, I should have lobbed that.
And sets up the offense at the 33.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
They'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Come on, man.
At the 20.
Whatever, dude.
Touchdown, Oklahoma. He just breaks away and takes it.
That's all turnover.
Distance. That's an elite running back type of play.
You know, when he got out into the open field, I didn't know if he had the speed to take that thing all the way to the house, but he does. That's next level speed.
Now they get set to
Nobody want to make a play on open field. This down his leg.
And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They're going to run it here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back, and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
She ran out.
Now it's second down here.
Impressive.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Finds that big tight end for a short pass.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and if you go to play action, it affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Tackle at the 35. Good enough for a first down.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Testing the right side here. Not much on that play. Brought down short. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught quickly. And the defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's 4th down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. And he drops back in the gun. Trying to extend the play. Fires it on.
Where's he throwing it? He was open.
Turnover on downs.
Oh.
The ball's close to midfield, and this offense is trying to get
things
going here in the second half. I understand the aggressive mindset, but this one could cost them.
And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, handoff inside, and they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. One of those critical third down plays coming up. Can he get there on the ground? Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back to just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So second and 4.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Chris, we get so caught up on these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
The Sooners will try to keep this drive moving. They go with a direct snap. The gain is 3 yards, so second and 7. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Oh.
Touchdown, Oklahoma. That puts him on top in the second half.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or fourth later today.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Well, the kickoff is hammered. Sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Michigan offense back out on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there. The Wolverines come to the line in a hurry up.
Oh, no.
On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground? And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
A gain makes it second and medium. Here comes a handoff. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. They'll try to run for the first down. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The Wolverines begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Off the RPO, caught to the right.
Chris, it's a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right, but the offensive line showing the defense it's a run look is what opens this up eventually for the nice game.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
He's cold.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these players who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do
I
that.
didn't forget about football.
This is the 6th play on the drive. And at first down, they go right back to him. Looks like the man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout.
I don't know why he takes those steps. Just go downhill.
2nd down after
right
that
to
run on
him.
the previous play. A quick throw out left, complete. They bring him down after a short gain there.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Offense now operating in the red zone, facing a 3rd and short from the 20. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
It's 1st and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead? Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry up. Trying to get to the end zone. They'll run it left. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the 4th quarter to give them the lead.
BAT is good. They take a 3-point lead here in the final quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Looking to throw. It's Carr. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end.
Just a good job
Oh,
of
it's gotta
spreading
get
it well,
there.
making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the 1st down here on 3rd and short. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open.
Pick. That's mine. I saw it. I picked under. I knew he was going short. Let's go.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
I knew he was going to try to play it safe.
The Michigan offense comes back out on the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. They'll hand it off. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Contact as he threw it. Receiver makes the catch.
Stay in bounds. Stay in bounds.
Deep into enemy territory. Ball down near the 30.
Well, anytime you can have a balanced attack, it's always going to help an offense. And, you know, the previous play, they're running the football. That puts a lot of pressure on the eyes of the linebackers and safeties. They start to think about defending the run, and a great job with that play action call to get them out of position and be able to hit that for that conversion.
They'll work the clock here with the running game.
Get off.
Fighting off the defender.
Get off.
Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. The Wolverines come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
Chris, this back has had a great day. They're winning the football game. I just looked at my stats. This guy's hit 99 yards on the day. You can tell how badly he wants to cross the 100-yard threshold. He's been superb today.
For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. 1st and goal. If they play this right, they can pretty much put the game on ice. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. The offense has done well to chew some clock here. Now they'll come up on 2nd down.
Bro, you got 3 timeouts.
Looking to score with a run to the right. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost them 10 yards.
I missed the third quarter holding. I had to make up for it.
Coming up, second down and goal.
This literally should be touchdown. I see you, Cheating.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They feed it to the back again and again. Nowhere to run. The running game has been smothered. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
In other scores around the country, Slippery Gannon University, 24.
Urgency here in the fourth quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. On the run here, lets it go. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down. Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. Here we go. They need a touchdown. They got some time to work with here. They got to be precise and manage the clock wisely. So contact on the throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting...
Let's go.
Can't get it away. That defense has
Let's go.
a huge stop at this stage of the game. And the
It's
offense
fine,
will
baby.
wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Pressure is coming. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really
Big city, baby.
QB throws his third pick of the day. And he's got some open field ahead.
I get wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, you're probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing them the game.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation.
What up?
There's the snap, and he just
All right.
takes a knee. Well, the coaches kind of expected it to be this kind of game, an offensive show. Who's going to make one more play at the end to get the win, and they did it.
Yeah, you mentioned the coaches. I think we had a feeling that this game had a chance to get into at least the 30s, and we weren't disappointed. These offenses came to play, but you're right. One defense made some plays when they had to, and the other one didn't. Simple as that.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Yeah, the company doesn't have to pay out, but it still gets recorded. If you have enough of them, yes. It depends on the carrier. Most of them, it won't. Yeah, so say you had, what I mean is say you called in 3 times to inquire about making a claim, but then you were like, nah, I'll just pay it. Like the way the insurance company sees it is, well, they done had 3 of those. One is coming that we're going to have to pay. So they could increase it, but not they shouldn't from 1. So if y'all just decide to pay for it yourselves, it shouldn't go up. It shouldn't get surcharged. I mean, your insurance could go up, but it shouldn't be because of the claim. Because you closed it out. It's your first one. Yep. Yep. Ooh, that was close.